Hi Cookie Runners and welcome back to another row scale video. And it's absolutely another part of it because the steam engine was the number 4501. It was the Southern that they just already spawned, and many coaches that I just spawned currently that I just completely that we just connecting for these red rail coaches, combis, and observations. We have there for many of their coaches, and probably it was a very long train. As not the budget of the Polo Express, but looks like the 4501 is going to be departing for literally right now. But first, I have to simulate the train that we're going to be using for the 14s at speeds. So this is pretty perfect. That is going to be completely going up into the hill, and because of their rail cars are probably going for a light, and which is absolutely, this is going to be for such as faster acceleration, but probably it was not. And if I'm just going to be probably going to be doing for just one thing, and it's absolutely going to be going for being alright to do this. And anyways, we're going to be saying all aboard that all the passengers has just completely on board or aboard inside the train. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cars that does not going to be handling for this right now, and especially that does need for a helper. It wasn't going to be coming out for this thing as well, such as diesel locomotives that cannot able to be doing this for sure, that are unable to help or cannot be helped for without this train. But without further ado, it's time to say all aboard. But look at this steam whistle. It's extremely loud, but incredibly that I just going to be going all the way out of here as well. And so the train departs for right now, and there's no bell ringing. All you have to do is hear the whistle blows. It's here is some sort of loud thing. It's just a steam whistle, and it's ridiculously kind of loud for just as well. Because as I can turn the volume up, it was more louder than my voice. So let's just get ourselves moving, and all the way started here. Because as the train moves, loud chugging sounds has just more extremely louder than ever, and I'm not sure that isn't gonna be going to get along with it. And we have making for our new decisions to make this for further changes to the main stop as well. For the main departure, the main station could be right this way after the spawn, for just right over here. And so the big train is going to roll on its way. Instead of the first stop, we cannot able to go for its last stop until it's actually going to be headed towards like this, but not really that big. We're not going to be going on to this kind of wilderness, and we're headed for just into the Wild West. Of course, the train is going to be really slowly speeding up a little bit, and it's going to be such as a little bit faster as well. So I'll be making sure the camera mode is just completely on, and we'll be hearing this loud chugs coming up their chimney pipes. Oh gosh, this is pretty louder than I expected, because I'm starting to get lost my mind. Not even the coaches as well, because they look like old-fashioned. Because maybe if that old-fashioned coaches were going to be revamped or remodeled for all the coaches and the baggage and combi cars, could be remastering for themselves to be upcoming into the near future. Because if that make changes to the coaches and all of their for the entire coaches, I'm pretty sure that was going to be going for a little bit prettier time. loud steam locomotive is going to be coming through. Now there must be a lot of coaches out here being hauling around, and still going to do this by insanely way. As I can zoom in really far, as you'll be seeing, the train is going to be really headed all the way up as really fast as well. So still hitting the whistle a little bit for just now, but it seems that looks like for the Japanese railways itself, because I definitely never be able to be or saw what it came from, and especially for all of those large overcrowded people. So instead, I should be able to step out, and we're gonna be waiting for the first stop and being passed all the way. So let's see when the train is going to be stops early for the first stop as well. I really think the train is going to be arrive at another time for just a little bit of run, because unfortunately the train wasn't going to be able to be stopping on time. Overall, the train is too long, because the perfect does not going to be doing for just only one purpose of this reference. Isn't going to be to do this, by the way. And we'll really think the train is already arrived at its first stop, but it looks like all of these kind of cars are gonna be went into the station. But I'm not sure the train was completely too long. And against their coaches. Oh dear. This is such a really big thing as well. And it's completely bypassed into the next line. And finally the train has been completely arrived, and it has absolutely for a complete stop all the way for down. And so the passengers will officially getting off the train and getting back on again, or some sort of replacing for such as new passengers as well. Now we're going to be waiting until for about over 5 minutes later. I guess the train has hit the commuter line, but let's just be sure we're going to be good to go again once and for all. All the passengers has all aboard into this train once again, and the train is going to give ourselves to keep things moving again. It looks like the train is going to be headed on our way to the second stop. But this is where the video ends on to this second stop that I just completely guess that I have decided to do so. Looks like the train is absolutely going to be departing a little bit earlier, but a little bit late as well. And looks like it's completely leaving all the way, and it's still going to be doing this for now. I feel such as that I just completely lost my mind anyways. So, even you might be able to still looking at those coaches and the baggage cars. I hopefully that does not going to be doing for just 1 cent overall. You're still going to be rolling all the way, as we're still going to be keep on good to go. And I should be seeing the observation along with it. And so the train is going to be moving a little bit faster, but sometimes that does need to get a hurry. I wonder this is going to be saying yes, but how the scale of those rail cars look like for a little bit small such as British, and looks like it still continues to go beyond those freights. And it's still going to be going around, but a little bit of one freight train wasn't going to be coming up either. But since it's absolutely always open until where am I going to be closing down of this railway system as well, because we're going to be under construction and about for changes onto the first departure for point A. So I'm probably look like the train is going to be at the passenger lane, always going to the left. But on the right side of the rail, was actually freight line. So the train wasn't gonna be passing all the way for this and into the tunnel, and this is where the video going to be ended over here. Right on to the second stop. Thankfully, I have chose the second way because the train is gonna be coming a little bit earlier because I'm making for this train for so quick. But looks like we're gonna be stopping the train on time because it seems there must be some sort of a problem going on for this thing. So let's just completely able to slow down, and we're gonna be making for just a complete stop. But looks like the train is going to be on this way. So the freight trains could be going into the left side of the rails. Not the left side with this one, going for always right side. The train is going to be going on the right because the passenger trains are just going for the left. Because the one case that we just completely tried, but looks like before we're going to be end of this video, but looks like the train is pretty loud chugs on wheels. Certainly that was going to be pretty loud to do this. When I was expecting like this one, this old-fashioned steam locomotive was still going to be taking a little bit for one action. So, I really think the train is going to be stopping on time. And I wonder, all of the entire train is going to be fitting with a lot of things with this passenger train. So that must be the, I don't really know what it is. It seems the observation isn't gonna be really like this thing. So that was all it, and it's all cleared for the locomotive, and it's itself touched once again onto the commuter line for just only for such as one thing. So I think this is going to be the end of this video, but unfortunately it will be taking for 6 minutes to changing the passengers as well before our final departure and headed right over here to this final destination. But unfortunately it is time to end of this video for just quickly early for to do this. As you can know that if you enjoy today's video, that you just gonna be let me know, or just absolutely the game is in description down below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell for starting for using as for the Southern Railway locomotive number 4501. Does not gonna be skipping for any stations, of course, because this is my first time that I just completely driving for a Southern locomotive, Holland with red coaches, red rail coaches that we got here. This is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, and don't forget that we're just gonna be actually thanks for watching, that I'm gonna be see you there all next time, and I'll be talking to you Miniland and Rail fanners all later.